Like, what is the obsession? I've literally been on vacation and people be like, "Show who you're with," and I'm like,
Why?
"Why?" What is the obsession with people wanting to know who you're with? It's like if I don't want other girls to know who my sugar daddy is if I have one.
You don't
Because
want
they gonna try to
you don't
get
wanna
it
share the
right.
pot.
I'm not sharing my
Because you in
little
love. Hell.
my pot of gold under the rainbow. I'm not sharing that.
How much is it to buy your love?
Ooh, that's a good
What is that
Yeah.
question.
number?
So it depends where I'm at in life. So right now it's
That's fair.
inflation. So I need
So there's a
She got it all
there's
mapped
a
out.
multiplier because of the
She's like,
inflation.
let me pull out my calculator.
It's inflation.
yes,
so-
inflation, and then key factors come like how much I made that month, and then what are you buying? And I like allowance. I like a guy to understand that I like allowance because even in relationships, I've literally got allowance. Like it's the thing because it's like I'm not gonna give you money every time you ask for it, but I'm gonna give you money every month. What you do with your money is what you do with your money. So I feel like to buy my love, it definitely has to go over 30,000 because under 30,000 is like
30,000
regular.
total or
Yeah, it has to be above 30,000 total.
A month? I was about to say, what does your
month?
allowance usually look like?
if
No,
I
not a
said-
month.
In
Just
total?
yeah.
so if
But
I said I
in what time period? Because I feel like
like that's what I'm saying. So I meet you today. I'm not this fly gift the gab guy. I'm somebody else. I'm Bob. Okay? And we know what Bob looks like.
mm,
An old Bob. Right?
mm.
So but I'm Bob nonetheless. And I'm like, okay, let's get you some Chanel sneakers. And we're gonna get you a Chanel bag week 1. And I do that for 4 weeks. So let's just say that adds up to about 5,000 a week. And you times that by 4 weeks, about 20,000. You love me yet?
It depends Bob's vibe too. Yeah, I may love Bob. Some cool. He sounds like a great guy.
No, I sound like a
Yeah,
great
you
guy.
sound like a great guy. We should start
Top
this
tier.
year. Top tier.
Right?
But I mean, a lot of stuff comes with that too. Is like the guy. Like, who is the guy? Like,
So can
is
you
he a
have love
vibe?
without money, or is yours not
Synonymous.
synonymous?
Mhm.
Synopsis. Yeah. Is your love and money synonymous?
I feel like I can have love without money because I've been there before. So I feel like I'm literally seasoned where I've been the breadwinner in my relationship before and never. And it's literally
Right? Never.
never
Never.
again. Never
But you
again.
did it, right?
No,
Never again.
we're pounding
That's
on
it.
And
never.
she's saying never again.
Wait, breadwinner.
That was not the time of her
I
life.
just want to know the context. Breadwinner, as in you just made more, or breadwinner, as in he was almost at nothing and you made everything.
I've been 2 relationships, like, so I've made more and he was at nothing. I dated someone with, like, a really bad gambling problem, so he made money, but he
Mm.
literally gambled it, and he had a drinking problem, just ridiculous, and I was super young. I was doing 50-50 on some crazy stuff, then I met my current ex, and he was a whole different kinda guy, but what kept me around was love. So I literally went through that. Then I literally went through something with someone when he was down, but he's always had money. So it was kind of like he has money again now, but it was like I had to be with him through the rough patch. And then once he got up, everybody else was benefiting because then we broke up once he's up.
Mm.
So literally, I
Waited.
feel like
Should have waited.
I mean, I got stuff, he showed love when he did have money, but I literally been on both spectrums to say that I rather cry in a Bentley, a Rolls
Mm.
Royce. It's more comfortable and people won't see
Right.
me. I mean, on a bus, it's like
That's actually a valid point.
They don't gotta
I'm
see
not-
if you
I
cry.
can take a little picture with the RR in the back. Why
Never
not?
mad at that statement, to be honest.
Neither am I.
It's
I'm
just like
never mad at
really,
it.
I feel like men come with men just
As a
come
general
with so
matter.
much.
Yeah.
The broke ones come with cheating. The rich ones come with cheating. I'd rather my man cheat on me while I'm up in the penthouse and I'm taken care of so I can go use his Amex in the morning
Yep.
and dry my eyes with a Chanel towel than to be like,
You stole all the crab legs on the food stamp card.
that's not.
That's crazy.
The last transaction was $4.99. It was you. Like, I don't want to go through that. But I feel like me as a woman, I hustle for me not to go through stuff like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I can provide. Just like I want vacations and nice things, I know that I can spend a bag. Any guy that I've ever dated can tell you that I do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I spend money on my men because I'm a little trick when I like a man. I want you to have nice things too, Zaddy. Like I want you to feel special. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a masseuse. I'm gonna get a private chef. I'm gonna book us first class tickets away. But I'm going to reciprocate the energy you give to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that to someone that is not doing much for me. So I don't go for men that ask me, what do I bring to the table when I'm clearly the table? What am I going to bring? I'm the table.
Well, I mean, we didn't know that. That's why we asked. We asked because it was not.
She said, Rico, take
was
your
not
boat
obvious.
somewhere else.
It was not obvious.
She said you and that little tugboat can go on somewhere.
She's dead.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, hold on. Can we do
Stop.
that
You did
again?
this twice. We're not gonna keep on doing that way. Okay.
Can we re-record that?
That'll be cut out. We already know.
All right, so you were talking about, well, you mentioned something about your mom, about you not having a close relationship, or you did.
I mean, she's deceased, so I don't have a relationship with her unless I talk to ghosts.
About
Prior?
what about prior?
Yeah, it was my mom. I mean, she's a cool lady. She gave birth to me. Gotta thank her for that.
You know, I've been there. I don't know how you feel. Hold on. Let me pump it back.
I think
I've been there.
I
Very
can't be
valid
mad at it.
point.
That's,
I don't know why we all like.
Because y'all want to pick secrets.
no, because well, first of all, that tells you everything.
Right.
That answer,
Right.
answers.
And I also think that it even without us prying, I think that I don't know, somebody's phone keep dinging, but
Just a second.
oh,
Yeah, and
So
I
you-
told you to take it off.
oh, where is it?
It's on the table over there.
Oh, okay.
Like you couldn't do that before. You
No,
got
but
here?
before we started recording, I
took
said,
an
by
hour
the
to
way,
And you couldn't even- That's
my
your-
phone isn't on silent. I'm looking right at you.
Together?
No, I
Very
can see
got
you.
me.
And then how old?
Like 4, 5.
And then you lived with?
My dad, I'm really close. I'm a daddy's girl all the way. That's how I feel like I know men. Because
Wait. Stop. All right. Now.
Yeah.
Well, no, because y'all just, so we can't really hear what's
No, they could hear.
Are we talking about parents?
All
I
right.
don't like this conversation.
Well, no, because I think that there may be a correlation between
Yeah, you
people
being a daddy's girl and you being so close with your dad and that
Knowing guys.
relating to you
Oh, knowing men?
men.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can speak about that. Oh, okay.
I'm an expert.
I'm kidding.
I'm not licensed. I'm just a
Somebody bring me a box
self-proclaimed
of
expert.
tissue.
Took one
We
sociology
have
class.
those.
All right.
And then
That bitch.
she told me I'll never amount to anything. Look at me now, Mom. Bitch.
Yo.
It has to feel great. I know
Fuck
it.
you. No, I'm joking. No. But no, I'm a daddy's girl, so
You think he gave you a lot of game as far as like how to maneuver with men, how to treat men, how to interact?
yes, I do. I just feel like my dad treated me still, but treats growing up. I feel like a man is supposed to like treat their daughter like a princess. So I don't go for anything less. I'm conditioned to
Mhm.
that, right? So I feel like I'm spoiled. I want my way. I don't like the answer no because my dad literally, if he had to work 2, 3 jobs, he was doing that to provide. It was never really a no, even when we didn't have it. I'm not a rock. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever. So I'm.
Like you said, like
Not a
Rothschild?
Carter. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not a
okay.
Carter or anything. But, I feel like my dad always made a way. So I feel like a man should always make a way. I feel like I'm not going to work my hands to the bones to provide. I'm not gonna work 16 to 20 hours a day or a week to provide for my family. You're the man. You have the penis. Go get a job. Get 3 jobs. My man has 2 jobs. Go get 7 jobs and 2 side hustles to buy me the things that I want because I'm a woman.
That sounds stupid.
That sounds like a Jamaican with 7
Love
jobs.
Jamaicans.
With 7 jobs.
I love a Jamaican.
You know what's so
I
crazy?
mean,
right?
a Mexican can do that too.
That too.
I love Mexicans.
That too.
I had got into a big debate about this, about because somebody posted a video on a podcast, and I don't know, they said something about men being the hunters, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, yo, you know what? Everybody be speaking, and nobody know anything. They just be regurgitating opinions. So let me go do some real research. So
Mhm.
as I'm Googling and I'm researching, and I was like, were women ever hunters?
Mhm.
Right, during this
course.
hunter and gathering
course.
phase. And actually, some civilizations they were even the sole hunters. Actually, in the 300,000 years, besides the last 9,000, this is what they said, archaeologists have found that women were equally hunting and gathering as much as men. So this new mindset, which is up about 9,000 to today, 9,000 years ago to today, is why we have this issue. And I say this all the time. I have a daughter, and I spoil my daughter, but I also correct my daughter because I don't want to bring another woman to this world who's entitled for no reason. You did not earn anything. You have to make sure that you've earned whatever it is that you've gotten. If you're gonna have a good man that's gonna treat you right, it's because you treat that man right, not because you're a woman, not because you're pretty. And that's what I want all men to start to instill in our children and our daughters, especially right now, because right now there's just too much because you look pretty, you get X, Y, and Z, and that I don't subscribe to.
I
So
actually
what's
don't.
the reward
Oh.
for looking good?
Nothing.
Great question, but I actually don't think that it's fathers who are instilling that you are entitled to X because you're pretty. That's more so men who are seeking that woman because your daddy gonna think you pretty regardless.
No, that's not true. That's not
He
true.
not gonna tell you ugly.
What?
Exactly.
But he know. Listen, yo,
He not gonna tell you ugly.
we know as a parent.
No. But wait, no. Your
Just
your
like
daughter,
your daddy.
your
Which
daughter.
one got it and which one don't.
No, your daughter could be a
Just like your
booger
daddy,
wolf,
girl.
but are you gonna tell her to her
What's that word
face
again?
a booger wolf?
No, we're not.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
But us saying that is like this is what I'm saying. But initially, I said because you're a woman. That was
Mhm.
my initial thing. Like you, like as a little girl, and I say this all the time. And anybody who has a daughter and a son will subscribe to this. Your son makes, let's say, your son, I don't know, throws a dish. He's gonna get a different reprimanding action than if your daughter throws that dish from a male standpoint, from a father to son versus father to daughter. We're gonna reprimand our child different for the same actions, which I don't like, which is in my mind conditioning some women to do X, Y, and Z and think that there's no real repercussions for it because growing up they got different repercussions than their brother. And I seen that in my own household with my own sister. You know what I'm saying? My sister got off the hook all the time. I was on the hook for every goddamn moment.
But I feel like
But that's
me
why
too.
I
I feel like
don't figure it.
the
Well,
men
I didn't
in
have
my
no
in my
brothers, but my ass
household,
was
my
getting
my
beat.
curfew was
On the plate.
shorter than the men in my household. They could stay out later than me. They can do more than me. Then I'll take it back to what you said about the hunters. So we're gonna take it back to the Bible days and the hunter thing because now you can. It may be a man like you that made that Google article that you read, and that's not.
No, it does.
That's
no,
not
it's
a credible source.
That boy typing shit
That
up.
is not a
Because
credible source.
I did
Not
want
credible.
to say,
You know?
I remember those times in social studies
Yeah.
classes, and the hunters and gatherers is actually just like it's a terminology for the time, but the hunters were the men, the gatherers were the women.
Yeah, so let's know, but let's
so
take it back.
historically, this is what it's about. It wasn't so much about the gender; it was more about the strength.
Mhm.
So if you had a frail, small woman, she wouldn't be a hunter, obviously,
unless she
right?
was a great.
Unless she excelled in archery and she could, but it's not about the it's really more that men traditionally are
Capabilities,
bigger and
yeah.
have more physical capability than women do.
Traditionally
I
now,
feel like
and
in the
here's a crazy
That is
Bible-
thing, right?
absolutely correct. But where can you show me or whatever article, whatever,
A bunch of articles.
research,
Just
Ask
tag
site,
Rico about his
whatever,
article. No,
There's a whole
that
bunch.
there
Made
was
last week by
women
him.
going out in the trenches trying to
no,
hunt
there were
the lions.
was
No,
a
that's
lot.
not. There were
You just
civilizations
watched
where
the
women
whole
did.
movie
but-
called The Woman
But
King.
let's-
There was a group of
the
women
whole
who were
world-
actually the warriors.
Okay, but the whole
right?
world is it's still the same. Besides the United States, if you go to other countries, women are still women, and men go and work, and men provide for women. America, the men want to be bad bitches so bad.
Sassy.
Sassy men. This
I mean,
is a sassy.
Look at the
Where
leg.
have you been?
Look at the
Let me
leg,
ask you a
y'all.
question. Where have you been? Where have you been? In what country? In the inner city with the not rich people and the not tourist people?
Wait, say it again.
Where have you
You say,
been?
where have you gone where you're not
Where
where the
you?
tourists
Where
are?
is your source coming from? An experience. I want you to say, hey, listen, I went to Pakistan. I was in X, Y, and Z city, town, whatever part, state, whatever, and say I was with the people. I saw the dynamic. A lot of times people get up here, especially from America, and we try to quote outside
But
things.
my family is not from America.
Well,
I was waiting on you to say it.
and I was just about to say home.
I was waiting on you to
Literally,
say
don't-
it.
My family is foreigners as well, so I have family that's foreigners that got it out the mud, and a man was still a man, and
So
a
women
woman is
don't
still.
work in Trinidad.
I don't think that's what she's saying.
No,
Maybe
I'm
they
not
do.
saying that, but I'm saying that a man is
Everybody
still a
works.
man. Everybody works nowadays, but even going back to when women couldn't work and women were marrying because they had to marry for financial needs. It is always conditioned for a man to be a man. Even in the Bible, I want someone to come with cattle to my family so they can marry me. I want someone to come with riches and stuff that they bring to the table so they can marry me. That's how it was back
But
in
you
the
know
day.
what
So
it
why we
was,
gotta
though?
change this?
Because your family had cattle too. So we weren't combining.
It didn't
you-
say that in the
No,
Bible.
listen, the way it works was this.
Where is
Your
that at?
family was bringing to the table as well as that family's son. So you were literally conjoining both families' assets. You saying I'm a woman who's pretty and marry me because you have whatever is not how it was back then.
Yes, it was. It never said in the Bible. It literally said in certain passages and stuff like that that men were going for the woman that they liked or was attracted to, not because their family had something to bring to the table.
I mean, we got.
I think
back
what
in the
you're
day,
saying is so historically, rich men can overlook if a woman came with nothing.
Nothing.
Nowadays, a woman can come with nothing and marry into.
Yeah, now that's what I'm saying. But
That's
it's
now.
always been that way.
It's
Like so,
always been that way.
independent, wealthy men historically could always overlook that. But other men, like when you're saying is he might have came with the cattle, but you are going to inherit the land. So he had to be strategic and marry you because his cattle was going to work your land, and you guys would be a prosperous life. So there's always been wealthy
Exchange.
men who had the freedom to say, I can choose a woman solely based on her beauty, and she doesn't have to bring anything to the table, and I'm taking her, but that's not the norm. That was a luxury.
That
It's
was a
luxury
rarity.
today.
I think that
That was
everything
a
we're
luxury
talking about
today.
right now is a luxury.
What we're talking
'cause
about is 1% versus
Well, it's always been
99%.
a luxury.
I can sit here. We can all sit here and say, "Hey, well, listen, our lives aren't like the rest of America, okay, or the rest of the world." But when we start to really talk about these topics, we have to start to talk about them from a realistic standpoint on what reality is.
No,
for
can
everybody,
I
or
can we
majority.
can I clarify that? We have to talk about it in rules, not exceptions. And that's the problem. Whenever people are talking here in comments on all these platforms, people always want to say, well, I know somebody. Yeah, I fucking know somebody too.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop-de fucking do. You know what I mean?
know more people
It's
that-
always it's always a somebody. It's always an outlier. There's always an anomaly. But anomalies are exceptions. Outliers are exceptions. We have to talk about the rule. we have exceptions because there are rules. And that's really the problem. Like, people just love to talk about shit that's, it exists, but only for an incredibly small percentage of people, you know? Like, 9 times out of 10, nobody in here is living a regular fucking life. Let's just be real.
I'm very humble.
You know what I feel? I feel
No, but
like
no. Humble or not, no.
I live a regular life.
I don't know.
No, humble or not, like the numbers will let you know where you fall.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I really, I got a lot of friends that go to work every day. I'd be like, damn, you working?
Nigga, I work every day too.
That's what you be telling your friends?
Yeah,
I
I
work every
like,
day.
quit that job, nigga. Like,
Aw, come on now.
You know,
quit that job. You can figure it out. I figured it out.
let me tell you something. I feel like realistically, a
like,
man
nigga, get the
that
fuck out my
is
face.
financially okay, sometimes they don't want a woman to be all the way up. Not saying he wants a broke woman, but it comes with stuff too because women leave out of that feminine energy when they have to work too much or when they have to provide or when they so women talk to you crazy
Not me.
sometimes
Let's put a
too when
star
you
on
have
that. I
because
hope y'all
feel
zoomed in
like
on that.
I feel like you certain things if I'm broke or if I need you, I'm gonna kind of listen more. Now, if I'm all the way up, babe, what you says to me? Make you eggs? You better make me some eggs.
That's the American.
Like,
I've been
mindset.
working
I've
hard.
been
No,
working
no.
hard. Well, why would I make you eggs? But if I'm a little poorer, it's like, yeah, babe, sure. You a
Let
little
me
eggs?
wake
And
up on
cheese,
these
want some
3 hours
cheese?
of sleep
But
and make you a whole fucking grand slam.
Make you an omelet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want some cheese?
the
and
real
some-
note is not
I
that
said this
because
shit a
you're
long time
poor,
ago
but
now.
it's because he's doing everything
For
you.
you.
Mhm.
Right.
It's not even about you being poor because even if you had a little bit more money than you do,
Mhm.
he's still doing everything for you. So that is the whole point.
I want to feel that way. I want to feel like I need my man, but I want to feel. But I'm that kind of girl too. Like I want to feel like I need my friends. I want to feel like you add value to me
Yep.
somehow.
Course.
I don't. If I am texting, I'm like, dang, I'm really hungry. I don't need words of encouragement. I don't need you to be like, I need a cash app to come through to my phone. And anybody
go
that
get some
doesn't
lunch.
like it, I feel like you should date on your level when you're
Yes.
not having these conversations.
Say that shit.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's certain levels, it's certain classes, it's certain verifications. Everybody can buy a blue check now. Life is not as easy as buying a blue check. It's literally levels to this. And I feel like stay in your level, stay on your level.
But you gotta understand, women with money don't ask for money.
You need to.
Women with money don't. Women with money don't ask.
Who said that?
I've been dating a lot of women with money, and they don't want a single dollar.
I'm a
Maybe I
Word.
do.
So
I have money and I've literally always been a hustler and I'm going to ask for because closed mouths don't get fat. But it depends what kind of guy you're dealing with too because some
You ain't gotta
niggas,
ask.
You ain't gotta ask. What am I asking?
You just gotta complain. You be like, damn, why is this ticket going up
pride thing. I agree
$700?
with you,
Right,
Rico,
Yo,
but it's a pride thing.
the crazy thing is,
I don't be
Like,
asking for
How
shit.
did you lose that Chanel
I
bag?
actually did. I
Again,
went-
every week you lose
I was
a
dating
Chanel
someone
bag.
and we were going out on a date. I thought the date was going to be earlier because it was my schedule that was a little fucked up. So we had to wait a little bit later, but I was like, bro, I'm hungry right now. And they sent me money and they were like, go get some lunch. So, occupy your stomach till later. And I was just like, not used to that. I was like, okay. And then they did it again one time and I was just like, okay. So what do they think what I am? I don't know. I didn't know if to be like offended, like, why are
Mhm.
you keep sending me money? And I kind of mentioned it like, you don't got to do that. You don't
Mhm.
got to
Oh.
keep sending me money. But after a while, I was just like, should I have said that? I should have just let the money keep going. But I'm not the type of person because I'm very independent
Prideful?
and I'm very prideful. As I am prideful,
I
prideful,
understand what
and
she means. I would be like.
I would feel like, yeah, I would feel offended if you didn't send me money like block.
I would be offended that you sent me the
I
money.
said I'm hungry.
Oh, I'm not.
Block.
That's
No,
wild, but
I'm like that because I would be like.
yeah,
why-
I'm not a
if we're
person
going
that
on a date-
expects
you're not
money.
My boyfriend. Don't be familiar with me. Like if you're not my boyfriend, you're not my man. Don't send me money. If it's like, babe, first of all, I wouldn't even have to say it, but please don't be familiar with me. I would be very offended, and I probably wouldn't even gone out with you.
I feel like
For
look
me.
at the world we live in on Instagram. If I go live right now and someone buys me a badge, am I
Oh,
gonna be like,
that's a good
why did you
point.
send me a badge and pay that
First of all,
money?
that's $1.99.
It doesn't matter. It's
It
still
does
giving
matter.
you
That's not
money.
no
It's
meal.
still giving. So what's the meal?
I
A
mean,
meal is
that's
not
what the
$1.99.
How much
lives
did he
are
send?
for.
But how much did he send?
That's a good point.
But I'm just saying, it's giving you money. You're gonna be prideful. Be prideful all around the damn board.
But there's a difference between.
You don't have to be my boyfriend to send me some money. I'm on a site called Luxy List, and literally, it's just a site where you can just put gifts, and people buy you gifts.
Really?
Yeah,
Yo, they've been making
I
begging
feel like
so easy.
people. You have nice feet.
Oh,
You
thank
need to get paid
you.
for that. You need to get paid for your
Okay,
feet.
what about
Why-
mine?
Let me
They are
sit
right.
down a little
Because
bit.
I did my pedicure myself.
Amanda said, "What about me?"
Amanda's leg was shaking. She was nervous.
What about
Don't-
mine?